PC game review number 3, Dead Space. Also available on the consoles, but I'm reviewing the PC version. Now, what score do I give it, you might wonder. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. I'm giving that sucker a 7 out of 10. It suffers from a few problems, but is all in all a good game from what I've played of it. I've only played 5 hours of it, which is a decent chunk of the game. I should have a consummate grasp of the game by that long period of time. First problem right off the bat. Let's just get the problems out of the way right away. 1. The controls on the PC version are floaty. I had to turn down the mouse sensitivity down to like 50% of what it was, because the controls were just like woo, 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 woo. Imagine playing a game like that. Woo, woo. I can't really imagine playing a game like that, just whooshing constantly. I imagine it took some getting used to, and it significantly helped when I turned the sensitivity down. It was still floaty though. And turning it down any further, I was moving too slowly. But anyway, relatively minor problem once you get used to it. Another thing I don't particularly like about it is the perspective is a bit too tight. It's an over-the-shoulder game, but it's so tight your character fills up like this much of the screen. You know, so you really can't see what's on that side of the screen very well, because like it's guy there. You know, imagine playing a game that's behind me, and you'll have an idea of how annoying that is. But those are the only two complaints I have about the game thus far. Some people, I'm talking about Spoony One, have complained about the weapons not making any sense, but they give you an in-game and in the manual, I think. Yeah, I remember it being in the manual, but I may be incorrect. I don't really read the manuals in detail. In the game and in game information, they thoroughly explain what these weapons are doing on a mining colony. For instance, the plasma cutter, yeah, it's a cutter. That's pretty basic. The machine gun they give you, it's not a machine gun. It's used for drilling and breaking up certain low density things, which you have to do when you're breaking up asteroids. The shotgun they give you isn't a shotgun. It's used for clearing passageways that are filled with rubble. They give you explanations for this stuff. I admit some of it is a bit of a stretch of the imagination, like what the heck's a mining colony doing with a remote-controlled chainsaw? That chainsaw can't nearly have the potency to cut anything that would be on a planet-busting mine colony. I could think of far better things to do for mining stone and stuff. That saw doesn't nearly cut as well enough to warrant it. What does it cut? Girders? No, it can't cut through steel. It can barely cut through a large enemy. But anyway, weapons are thoroughly explained in most cases. Well, not thoroughly, but consummately enough. Graphics on the PC version, if you've got the system to back it up, which I do, and you'll know that if you've viewed my earlier vlog entries. If you've got a beefy computer, you can run this thing, and it looks much better than the console versions. It looks great. The atmosphere, top notch. Ammo's a bit too frequent to actually consider a survival horror game. It's more of just a horror game. And when crazy, messed up, Lovecraftian crap comes crawling out of the walls, trying to disembowel you, and blowing it into pieces. That's the only way to kill it. You know, that's kind of successful in its horror attempts. I'm pretty jaded, and I still found myself unnerved by the environment. The proposition that these things can come out from any side of me at any point, and walls are really very little safeguard against it. And I can't rely on a room I've cleared being clear, at least in theory. But yeah, great game. There's some visual tricks to see what your character looks like, even though he's faceless for most of the game. And he looks a bit like an emo, but considering the circumstances, you know, his girlfriend, well, ex-girlfriend, is on this colony that's overrun by necromorphs. You know, I'd be a bit emo about it too. Yeah. So you can understand that. So tricks you might want to be interested in seeing what your character looks like. At the start of the game, you can actually control the camera perspective. So as the right before you would put on your helmet, you know, constantly be trying to pull the camera towards your character. And if you keep trying to do that, you'll spot him before he puts his helmet on at the beginning cinema. Also, you can pan the camera around your character before you upgrade your armor for the first time, and his ID has his picture on it on his chest. Other than that, you'll have to wait until the end of the game in which he pulls off his helmet, which was meant to be the big reveal. One thing I like about the game is the ending. I haven't beaten the game personally, but I've seen the ending. I liked the ending. It was kind of a reference to the Evil Dead movie. You know, the first one in the trilogy, in which, well, I just may have put a major spoiler in there, didn't I? I'll warn in the dialogue. I mean the video description. Basically, you know, stand there. You've cleared the game. I've won. I've beaten the bad evil thing. And you turn around. No. And heck, even Necromorph sounds a bit Evil Deadish. You know? So it's like Aliens combined with Evil Dead and H.P. Lovecraft. So it's not a nice, slightly weird combination. It's not excessively Evil Dead, but it has that little Bruce Campbell-ness and the names of the enemies and the ending. Next game to come out, Deader Space, in which the ending is a reference to Planet of the Apes. But all in all, 7 out of 10, good game. This time I would probably recommend buying the console version if you have it, because the controls on the PC are very floaty. If you have a beefy gaming rig and you don't have one of the consoles that Dead Space is on, go ahead and buy it for the PC. It's good. So, 7 out of 10, that's my review. Good day.